This is The Fit Show.
My God, what a crazy past couple of days, from the crazy storms and Hurricane Irma, watching that news, and then of course we hear about Don Williams passing away, and then Troy Gentry of Montgomery Gentry, who was 50 years old. And you know what? It really sucks for country music, but he was a father, he had 2 little girls, and I also consider him a friend. And now, Troy Gentry wasn't a guy that I spoke with every single day, maybe not even once every, year. But he was always a really cool guy that when we did meet, it's like, hey, we kind of had like a cool little friendship going. Like, he gave me his cell phone number, which I always thought was a big deal. When an artist gives you their cell phone number, like, hey, dude, let's be boys. Call me, everyone. And so I did that. Like, maybe around the holidays, I'd send him a text. In my last conversation with him, we were talking about how wonderful his teeth and how beautiful and white they were. And I'd always jack with him. I'm like, man, you always say you don't work. What's your... Because he was always jacked.
Yeah, he was always jacked.
He had these really big guns and really big arms, and he was always tan. I'm like, dude, what do you do? He's like, man, nothing, man. Because I eat I don't eat that good. I'm like, you are lying to me.
Yeah, there's no way you're that jacked.
Right. You can't be jacked and have those beautiful white, beautifully genetic teeth like you do. What are you doing to those things? So that was my last conversation with him. And of course, Troy Gentry, 50 years old, was killed in a helicopter crash on Friday. The chopper was attempting to land in an airport around 1 o'clock, encountered mechanical problems. Apparently, they were calling it in. They called 911 and said, listen, get the fire department on the ground. Something's wrong. We're having mechanical problems. They were actually scheduled to play a show that night at a resort there in Medford. Here's Troy Gentry talking about being mellower in recent years.
I'm not quite the partier as I used to be. I got protein powders and supplements and vitamins and everything sitting around. I've swapped the vodka and the wine out for vitamins and supplements these days.
See?
Well, there it is.
I think he just answered me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? See, Troy? So that was his secret. He was all about that stuff.
Montgomery Gentry was such a major part of the 90s country music landscape. I mean, just absolutely a foundation of it. And now that we're seeing the 90s country music come back and it's almost as its own format, classic country, it's sad that he's not going to be there to see that. They're going to be right back on top again.
They had a bunch of jams. I mean, come on, does this not take you back? Listen to this.
But I know I'm a lucky man. God's given me a pretty fair hand. His speed, how fast will it go? Can it get me over? And stands there by the stage, and he says, hell yeah, I'll turn it up, right on.
Troy was born and raised in Lexington, Kentucky, and he actually graduated from the University of Kentucky. He was part of the band Early Times and Young Country with Eddie and his brother John Michael Montgomery, but he wanted to do his own thing, but it didn't work out, so he got back and they started doing Montgomery Gentry together when he signed with Columbia Records in 1999. Montgomery Gentry released 8 albums, had 5 #1 country hits. They won Duo of the Year at both the ACM Awards and the CMA Awards in 2000, and they were inducted into the Grand Ole Opry in 2009. And they reportedly had a 9th album in the works at the time of Troy's death. Troy had suffered in various ways over the last couple of years. His brother Keith died in 2014, and his father Lloyd just died last month. His wife Angie was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2010, but is now cancer-free and now having to deal with this. Troy, again, was 50 years old and leaves behind his second wife Angie, their daughter Kaylee, and his daughter Taylor from his first marriage. And we'll miss you, buddy.
This is The Fit Show.